Welcome back to the Titanium Hangar. This is Mike. Today I want to talk to you about some Sdcc reveals, some pictures. There's so much going on at Sdcc 2024, and there's a lot of stuff they're showing. A lot of stuff they're showing is stuff we already have, and a lot of stuff they're showing is new stuff. So I'm trying to filter through this and just show newer stuff and stuff that we don't really already have on our shelves and stuff like that, but it's pretty exciting, it's pretty fun. Let's go through this and see where we're at so far. I'm sure there's going to be more reveals as it goes, and I'm pushing a lot of stuff back to the news and filtering through all this, so there'll be more stuff on Sunday. But let's check out Sdcc 2024 so far, coming up. Okay, we're going to start out with G.I. Joe. I got a lot of the stuff from histank.com, and there's a runway featuring what's going to be shown off as the Haslab once they do the reveal. Now, there's a picture floating around out there, and I'm not sure if this really is real or not, but of course we know it's going to be the Rattler, and with this picture, it's kind of slim and sleek and thinner than what I would have expected, but it's going to be huge, making up the space with just thin wings. Kind of the same thought process what happened with the Dragonfly. It's kind of a long, thin vehicle, but I think it looks pretty cool. It's not exactly what I expected, and I absolutely love the G11, but we'll see this revealed later. And by the way, I think the first place that got this picture was Toy Habits. Then we got a little bit closer look at all of these Reaction Plus figures, and it's pretty cool. I think this is really interesting. I'm probably going to be out on this, but still it's tough swallowing the pill of $20 per figure. But when you see them in person at Target or wherever you end up picking them up, they look really good. Plus, Tomax and Zaymot never made in their suits before. Great looking line. Pretty excited for it. I'm actually more interested in seeing what else they do past these. We've already seen these at the last event. Then, looking through this, some of this stuff we already have on our shelves already, but others, it's the newest wave of Joe coming. Plus, Brian's already told us why we don't know what's coming after this, but that's going to be a whole other video. I got to go into a deep discussion on that. So, looking at this, we get to see the Crimson Guard back there, but there's closer ups of some other ones. Roadblock looks spot on perfect, and the reason this is important is because these are the actual figures you're going to get versus the renders we've been looking at. And of course, it's easy to fall in love with a render, but it's also easy to fall in love with this. Looks really good. Major Blood looks fantastic. I wonder even if Hasbro, if they do a retro version of theirs, how good it would look. It still wouldn't look this good. So fantastic. I mean, I'm all in on the cartoon looking amazing. And then CoverGirl, we don't get a whole lot of coverage. She's covered. CoverGirl is covered, but looks pretty good. Sliding into some Super 7 Ultimates. This is the exclusive clear. Again, I believe what a great exclusive. What a great clear figure. Just awesome. Not everybody's going to want a clear Sheila. And it'll be our first, Dungeons & Dragons figure for the cartoon line from Super 7 Ultimates. Fantastic. Can't wait to figure out how to get my hands on her. Gotta get my hands on that Sheila. Brian says whatever's left after the con is going to go up on Monday on the site. But there's already stuff up on the site, by the way. So I'm going to try to give you all the knowledge of stuff that I know as we go through this. But she looks great. Here is another shot. This is from TNI News, JC. So I just want to throw that out there. You see the big Tiamat over there. She is $300. She is up for pre-order on Super 7 site itself. And so is there's a few other things too. But as we get there, I'll let you know. But Tiamat $300 up for pre-order. You can do your shop pay it in 4 payments or something along those lines. But I hear that Tiamat's also going to be available for pre-order on BBTS, but it hasn't come up yet. So we'll see on that. But this whole little scene looks great. It looks fantastic. We kind of get to see what's going on with Hank and Sheila over there, and then Vecna on the left of Sheila. Now, here's a good shot of Tiamat. And I have to say, Brian did say there's quite a bit of articulation And as some people were telling me in my first video that I had no idea, but they said that there's articulation. I still have not found a video of Brian talking about it until Sdcc. So at Sdcc he says there's leg articulation. I believe even the like elbow and knee articulation on the legs, wing articulation, head articulation, and I see some splits on it at the lower leg too, or lower neck area, and there's 2 articulation points at the tail. So it's going to be posable. It's not going to be just a statue. You look at this, you could see all the cuts for articulation in this, and this is just a very early prototype, I believe, and it's not the final production run, but looks really good the way it is, and this is impressive. All right, over here to the Hasbro booth for some G.I. Joe Classified, and this is the Dragonfly, and all the stuff that's going along with it looks fantastic, and that should be delivering relatively soon. So getting a close look at the figures here, and really good looking figures overall, and I'm pretty excited about what's coming in this set. I think they did a great job with it. And Night Force, I never really was into Night Force, definitely as not as a kid, and as an adult I'm warming up to it just a little bit. It is kind of cool to get those repaints, but I don't know how many of them I want repainted into Night Force, but it does look cool there. The Cobra Commander, the Retro series, by the way, is my favorite part of G.I. Joe Classified, and a lot, I don't even open those. I like them on the card, I like the way they look, but I just like the whole toon look, and it works for me. That vac metallized helmet is awesome. And Stalker, okay, Stalker, they're getting a second shot at their epic fail, and I just think that Super 7 nailed it the first time, so I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, you're like, Mike, you're a shill, but I mean, I like what I like. And I think this looks a lot better. They're a lot closer to what I would have wanted the first go-around with Stalker. And here is the Dragonfly itself, looking fantastic. I think it looks great. And, you know, it is stylized. So you gotta kind of think, when you see that Rattler and you think, oh, it's different, well, it is different. Alright, Jada Toys doing some Street Fighter stuff. These are two of the exclusives they've got going on. Look really cool. I think they have done a great job with that. I'm not one that's into spending a whole lot of extra money on an extra exclusive on top of what I'm going after, but I'll probably look back and regret that I'm not picking these up, but I'm not picking these up. I still think it's cool, but I don't really need all these extra little, well, I don't know. I might go for her, though. I mean, that is awesome. That really is awesome. That we got the Player 2 and her hand. She got a specific hand to say, hey, Player 2. That is so cool. I really like that. Wow, so many great figures that are on the way. Now, I'm not going. I don't know. I kind of feel like they kind of group it by good guy and bad guy in a way, but I'm not really sure how you decide who's a good guy or bad guy in Street Fighter. But some cool ones here. I don't remember the big chief guy, and I don't even remember his name from the game. I didn't play Street Fighter much past Street Fighter 2, so some of these newer characters are new to me, but they're still exciting. And I did play in a Game Boy Advance game that had a lot of these new characters in it for a while, so I'm familiar, but I'm not like an expert level at playing those characters. Balrog looks amazing. Is that Cammy? Cammy looks cool. Several of these new ones are available from Gundam also for pre-order. They are a little more expensive for whatever reason, but if you can't find them anywhere else, looking really good. And Guile is one of my favorites. He was my favorite to play in the game, but definitely one of my favorites. Cool looking flat top he's got going on. And then Blanca looks amazing. I've got the Storm Collectibles on pre-order, but I'm starting to hear Storm Collectibles might not deliver on that because Jada's got the license, but who knows? I really don't know. Don't know about all that, but looking really good. Amazing line. And then we're getting into some Tony the Tiger. They did a few other things that I didn't quite get all the... I don't think there's great pictures of the other stuff just yet, but I never thought I'd want a Tony the Tiger figure. If it's hanging on Walmart's store shelf, I might just have to buy it, though. That does look really cool. And then there's Shaggy doing some Scooby-Doo. Now, I was tempted with some past iterations of Scooby-Doo, but I felt the figures were too small. I probably will go in on this. Yeah, it looks good. So, going into some Star Wars stuff, we probably won't spend too much time on it, but that looks like some good-looking figures. I'm not into the Acolyte. I don't know what's going on there. I think it's kind of cool, but it looks like a whole lot of figures that are the same, and they swap out the head. But that's just how it looks to me. So I won't be buying any of those at all, but it's cool looking. We got some clones here and a Thrawn. This is Thrawn from the live-action series, and very cool looking stuff over here. If you're into this, I really feel like there's very few Black Series collectors left to even support the line these days, but we'll see going forward if that's true or false. Some repaints of the Battle Droid, Super Battle Droid, and that other dude on the left. Forgot his name, but cool. It's a 3-pack, gaming 3-pack, if you're into that kind of stuff. And Luke's. They've made some Jedi Luke's. Jedi Luke's my favorite. I think this looks cool. I'm happy with the one I got last. I don't need another one, but I guess it's good to keep putting it out, because it is the best Luke out there. And then we got this last Star Wars Last Command figures, so that's cool too if you're into it. And Mara Jade. We got clear ones with the holochroms, and they're just continuing this line. I probably will be in on the Maul, just because Maul is awesome. Maybe even a Vader. I never really was in on this line at first. I did get some for real cheap on clearance, so I liked them. If I don't know if I can pony up the extra money for it, but I might. It is a cool idea. And we've got some retro series stuff they're showing off here, which, again, we've seen most of this stuff, so I don't really want to spend too much time on stuff we've already seen. But that's it looks to be like a big card back for Grievous. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. I'm always right. Okay, there's some clones in a 5-pack. Is it 5-pack clones? They look cool. I'm not after every variation of clone out there, but most of the stuff in these pictures we've already seen. And yes, we've seen this before, but this is some good old Rebels characters, and then Rebels characters in Ahsoka, and all that fun stuff. Now, I just don't remember seeing Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser hallway before, but I probably even covered it. I just don't remember it. It's just in one ear and out the other, I guess you could say. But I think it's cool. Is it a $50 price point? Probably. It might be more. I don't even know. But I didn't buy that last hallway they sold, and I didn't see it on sale yet. Now they're showing the Haslab Cantina. I think it looks cool. I think it's great. It's one of the things I skipped out on it, even though I was going to buy it, but I decided not to. Still looks cool, and getting the exclusive figures, good for you if you got those. It does look better. I think it's the best looking one that they've made, Cantina they've made, and it's going to kind of be hard to beat it going forward anyway, but cool looking Cantina. Getting into the Masters of the Universe, there's some stuff. I'm trying to move fast, trying to not show off too many pictures that we have already seen. Cool Snake Tila. This is all, I believe, the new Eternia stuff. And we do have the guy in there. Is that the movie Beastman? Is that what that's supposed to be on the bottom right? I have it. I think that's movie Beastman. Then the top left, that's a cool looking figure, and I'm not sure who it is. We got another one of the He-Mans. Is it Thunder Punch, I believe? And then a Merman and Skeletor in battle armor. And then here we go with Cartoon Collection. All these figures look great. I've got 4 of them now, and I think I'm just going to go back and just go through the list and make sure I got one of each and just catch up on the line. I didn't really want to get into it because, I don't know. So you got Origins, you got Animated, and like what's after that? I guess it's over, but there we go with some more of the Turtle crossovers. I think they all look great. And that's another line. See, it's another thing. Like, we're stuck. If you're buying it, if you're in on it, like I am, you're stuck getting it. By the way, I still don't know where to get the that snake looking merman. I don't know. Anyway, going into here, Masterverse, we've got another Evelyn. We've got another Beastman, which I don't need another Beastman. I would have thought it would look better than that too, by the way. I'm sure a lot of people love it, but I'm not digging it. And then another He-Man. And then down below, is that just like another Roboto, or is it just their old Roboto just showing off again? Now there's placeholders for stuff that we're going to see more. This is where we're going to see more on Sunday, because they're going to actually fill it in. And then we've got this, so I guess it's the cartoon collection guy, right? This isn't Origins, and it's a kind of a Hordak with wings and a different head. Cool looking figure. I don't know the history behind it, but I do know about Rio Blast, and I think he looks cool. Good job. And he looks cartoonish, not Origins-ish. But I think at this point, it's just going to be kind of a cross between the two. You're just gonna, if you collect cartoon, you're gonna have to accept it as the cartoon one, or if you collect Origins, you're gonna have to take it as the cartoon one. We got these guys here, which I don't know their names. I think they look cool, and evidently one's like a Skeletor. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those 2-packs crossovers. I'll have more information in the future. I just don't have the information right now. Then we have a Masterverse Panther, which that does look like quite a bit of a stretch from other Panthers I've seen, but it's not off the table. I'm wondering how they're going to distribute this. Is this something you can just buy, or are you going to have to go on like on the Mattel Creations? Oh, speaking of that, Mattel Creations, they should have the Too Bad today. So, Too Bad, Too Bar. This is their Super Deluxe, Ultra expensive, $35, I think, for this Horde Trooper. Looks cool, though. And then speaking of Too Bad, yeah, up for pre-order or order today at, I don't know, I think it's like 11 or 12. 11 o'clock for me, Central. So, whatever your time zone is. 9 a.m. in other time zones, but looks cool. Then there's a sneak peek picture of what's under under the canvas. They had a big presentation with a big display, and it's covered. And this looks like a big old wheel. It's rolling. Now, I have a feeling that, well, everyone says it's going to be that snake layer, but you know, I for whatever reason, I have a feeling it's a Eternia Palace. But I mean, the vote was the snake layer. Anyway, I got one picture right here of the Street Sharks. Now, here's the thing. I have some Street Sharks. I think just as toys, they're terrible toys. They are not great toys. Modernized version of Street Sharks, just because I have them, and the property's now like 30 years old, that, yeah, it's cool to get new ones, and I might be going in on them just because. I got a nice lot for like $80, and I've got over half the collection. Vintage. I like them, but they suck as toys. These will not suck as toys. They'll be much better. Alright, we got some NECA stuff going on right here, and here is there's Pee Wee Herman in there, and then some other stuff going on, and Elvira, and I picked up the Elvira in the black dress. Oddly enough, it's hard to get her in the black dress. It really is. I don't know, you might be able to order off BBTS, but $35. I think it's cool to have an Elvira figure, but it's even cooler to have a Pee Wee Herman figure. I'm kind of curious why the face looks like the whole thing just looks like it's not very smooth. It's extra textured. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because is it gonna come out like that at the end? I don't know. It's just like extra texture on it. Plus, he's got his bird there, so it's cool stuff coming with him. Man, if you're gonna go into Pee Wee Herman, they could just go crazy with all the characters. That would be insane. I doubt they will, though. Alf, we got 3 iterations of Alf shown here, and I think I know they've made more, but these are the newer ones, so hey, that's cool. Looking good. The Alf on the left, I might be in on that one. I don't really know about a super Alf or a rocking Alf, but just the Alf on the left there with that totally 80s. That I might have to be in on that. Then we got some Sesame Street, and 1, 2, 3, NECA, ha ha ha, 1, 2, 3, with the count. And then Bert and Ernie looking good, Sesame Street. Then we've got some, is this Nightmare Before Christmas? It just really feels like they're going down that route. And so it's got like a cult following for that, and it's something I never could get into, but I might just get that one tall, skinny dude just because it's so iconic and cool character. Here we go with some dinosaurs. So not really anything new, but everything that they've offered right here. The only one I don't have is the super one, and I'm not sure if I'll pick that up, but will it have a super extra price point? Probably. But it's funny too, because there's a whole slew of NECA and Super 7 making everything in Super. So it's really weird that that's just the way it's going, but everything's getting made with Super. Another side, I guess these are the smaller, cheaper figures for Sesame Street, and you get an Oscar the Grouch, and I am going to buy that for my wife. You might call it a gag gift. Alright, more NECA stuff going on over here. So this is a nice shot of everything in the case. And I love these shots. You can just get a good look at it. Because when you're just looking at each picture of segments, you don't have an idea how it's laid out. And some pictures might leave something out, but looking pretty cool. I do love this Planet of the Apes line, so I'm going to definitely have to be in on that because they look so good. And there's very little Planet of the Apes out there. I mean, if you, in the grand scheme of things, not a lot of Planet of the Apes stuff out there. And I love the movie. Very iconic. It really makes you think. And I just, I love that movie. And here we go, Planet of the Apes. More stuff going on over here. And then, and even with that, I don't remember the doctor's name here. It begins with a Z. But she looks really cool. Really good. Really good. Where's Cornelius? Cornelius looks exactly like the movie. Here's Dungeons & Dragons. Look at the right. There's the, is it Elkhorn? I believe I picked him up and I haven't opened him yet. So, it's if it didn't happen on film, it didn't happen at all, right? That's just the way it feels. Yeah, looks really good. I need more of these characters. I don't know what's taking them so long to put yet another character out. It's like they did these 5 and stopped. What's going on? And then they're doing cartoon repaints. But what's going on? Alright, so Dimension X Christmas Vacation Turtles. Cool looking stuff here. Again, all this, most of the stuff was Toy Ark. So if you want more pictures, close-ups, go to Toy Ark. I'm just doing overviews of this stuff. There's so much I can't do the individual pictures. They've got tons and tons and tons of pictures. I'm just trying to sift through and just give you the overviews here. There's Turtles X 4-pack of the monsters, and then another 2-pack. Cool looking stuff. Then this is weird. I mean, we got another Slash, and so I was like, where can NECA go with the animated Turtles line? They got to be done by now. Well, they've figured out how to keep it going, and I guess they followed Playmate's playbook. But what's going on with Shredder in a cooking hat? And I would pick this Shredder up if I can get a regular Shredder head. I need a regular Shredder head. Can the cooking hat come off and I have a regular head? I don't know. And then this is a cool looking setup here inside of the Donatello's lab area, I guess. But we've got some new turtles. Are those part of the Punk Turtles? I did pick the Punk Turtles up. I'm trying not to collect this line, but so many cool things. And Rocksteady Bebop on Vacation. And I'm not really sure who the E Honda looking dude is over there, but he would fit as my E Honda for now in my in my collection. This is a new one called the Stump Wrestling Turtles 4-pack. I might easily pass on this, although it looks cool. It looks really cool. Like, where are they going to go? How can they keep this thing going? And, yep, there it is. Stomp Wrestling. And how they keep it going is with cool displays like this. Oh, wow. that ring, and then showing this big old dude with the pink singlet going on in there. That is so cool. So animated. Look, it literally feels like you're just going to hit play and just start watching it go on your show, on your TV as a cartoon or something. Just so perfect to the animation. And then here they go. And in the packaging, so this is how you're going to see them showing up at your Targets. Pretty awesome. And of course, pre-orders at other places. And this is some of the movie and Ronin and all that kind of stuff going on. So they've got a lot of going on with the Turtles. Just, it's insane. It blows my mind. And they're going to be putting the Mirage Turtles back out singly. And I might be singly buying them, sadly. I'm just going to get one because they're all like Raphael's. And then this is cool here. Now, I'm not sure what's just part of their diorama and what's actually going to get released. But I think that bike was already part of a 2-pack anyway. Cool looking stuff here. Outside of my realm with the Ronin, I don't know much about it. I can just say it looks cool, but I can also say I'm not collecting it, so there. These figures do all look amazing. And I think Pixel Dan said something about these new turtles. Some of these turtles are the new turtles. I don't know. Is that true? I don't know. But I do know about some Super 7 stuff going on over here, and we get to see the clear Groon, which I think I got a close-up of that. We do get to see the eye glowing gimmicks for Mumra and Lino. We get to see a good look at Copper Kid. And I want to say you can pre-order the Lino and the Mumra on super7.com right now. That's part of it. And you can't get the Groon yet though. So I'm kind of waiting to see what else they're going to put up before I place my order. But you can save on shipping. There is the clear Groon. Definitely getting that. Looks so cool. Well, definitely if I can. Let's put it that way. And then there's the close-up of Mumra glowing eyes, which I don't see the eyes are glowing, but there's so much light. But looks good. I do think the colors are going to... You put them side by side. Someone needs to put them side by side with the first one. He's going to look different. But it's the same mold. So they're reselling the same figure. Slightly different paint apps and glowing eyes, and more expensive. So, $25 more than the first one, and you don't get a Mama. And can I keep going with that? You can see the eyes glowing on this one. It's an all new mold, and it looks good. And finally, you get to just have a glove that can fit over his hand for the official figure instead of having to get the Pumra. Here we go with some more of the figures. They look great. I think everything looks fantastic in here. I think we've seen most of this stuff already, but there's the actual picture of the Dark Bird for Silverhawks. And yeah, everything else we've already got. And still they're pushing the Vagmetal stuff, they're pushing it even though it wasn't revealed. Was it last year or the year before they revealed it? But they're pushing it. Even though it's sold out, now there's more magically showing up. It's magic. Like, it literally is Super 7 magic. They sell out, and then more just magically show up. Then here we go with some of the... Is it 2003 Turtles? Do they have that extra articulation? Yeah. 2003 Turtles. Pretty good shot of these. And then we've got what's going on with the van. It's a pizza van. All kinds of good stuff. Then we got these other... Turtles that I think they've already had these out and they're putting them back out, slightly repaint. We've got Disguise Michelangelo, but new packaging with the pizza. So that's about it. It's a long video and I tried to just skim the highlights. I didn't go deep on anything. Skimming the highlights. And if you really want the stuff, $300. I was right on the TMNT price. $300. Really happy about that. Let me know what you think about this so far. So much more stuff going to be talked about on Sunday. Very exciting event. A lot going on. And like and subscribe. Today, Hanger out.